Well, today is the busiest day of the year for airlines, and it comes after Thanksgiving weekend brought a sense of normalcy for many Americans. In fact, more than 2 million people passed through TSA checkpoints on Wednesday, marking the busiest travel day since hitting that low point in April 2020. With me now is Sara Nelson, president of the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, and a frequent guest. What would a Sunday be without you, Sara? So let's get to you. Does it feel to you like air travel is solidly rebounding after the pandemic? And if so, what can travelers expect as they're taking to the skies today and throughout the holidays?
Well, look, 20 million people are traveling over the course of this week, and I just want to note, Alex, that our program to keep people in their jobs through the payroll support program, the only industry that got this because unions drove this plan, allowed us to meet demand and kept air travel prices down. In fact, we're even lower than we were. Inflation hasn't touched us at all. So people have been out there traveling, getting back to their families, and that's great. But as we see this new variant cropping up, we have real concerns because air travel is just not going to rebound until we have full international travel back, until we have business travel back. And as we see borders being shut down again, we have a lot of concerns. So we need to make sure that the U.S. is leading. President Biden has taken this position. The U.S. is leading on getting a waiver of intellectual property rights at the WTO so that we can manufacture this vaccine and get it spread around to the rest of the world.
Yeah. So A for effort on all you did to secure those things for your union members there and keeping them employed and the like. But when it comes to this Omicron variant, when you think about what airlines and crews have been doing to try to keep themselves and passengers safe, is there anything more that they can be doing? I mean, you've got the masks, you're making people social distance to the best you can before they get on the plane, but once they're on the plane, they're packed in now.
Yeah. So the airplane cabin, because of what we have done, the masks, the filtration, the deep cleaning, and the fact that flight attendants are enforcing those rules throughout the process, has meant that it is one of the most controlled environments inside, one of the most controlled inside environments. And we have not seen cases that have been any higher than the regular infections that have been happening throughout the rest of the community. So it can be a safe place because of that control. But it's not going to be safe if we're not taking a worldwide approach to ending this pandemic and making sure that we are getting that vaccine spread so that we can make sure that the mutations are not happening, because they tend to be happening where the vaccination rates are quite low.
Yeah. You mentioned the union efforts, and let me ask you about the reports of airline workers who are going on strike ahead of Thanksgiving. They're pushing for higher wages, health care, retirement benefits. I mean, all that makes sense. But has there been any movement on getting employees what they're asking for? Because the question is, could there be a possibility of more strikes soon during the upcoming busy holiday season?
Well, there will definitely be more strikes, Alex. We are not seeing the kind of return to the American workers that is necessary. And what we did to make sure that people could pick up extra trips, because we saw concerns, people were really concerned about being able to meet the demand this holiday season. And what we did was we negotiated where incentives didn't already exist over the holiday period for airlines to put those in place. So people had a little extra incentive to pick up that extra time, make sure we can cover the operation. But that is not going to continue on. People are going to have long-term concerns about their ability to retire, their ability to take care of their families, and their ability to live on a good living wage and have flexibility at work as well. So no longer can we stretch the American worker so far.
Hey, let me ask you real quick about Merrick Garland saying that the U.S. prosecutors should go after those folks that are coming after you, the flight attendants, over the mask mandates and getting upset. I mean, there are a record number of incidents having been reported. How hopeful are you that that will be a deterrent?
It will be a deterrent as soon as people start going to jail. And so we've been asking for this. We cheered this. We were thankful that President Biden gave instruction to DOJ on this. And Merrick Garland actually taking this step was critically important. People have got to go to jail to understand the consequences and keep everyone safe on board.
Okay, Sara Nelson, always good to talk with you. Safe travels. Thank you.
Good to talk with you, too. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, Alex.
I did, and you, too.